Happy New Year, everyone. This is Ralph Perez from Horror and Coffee. It's been a while, hasn't it? I just want to wish everyone a very blessed and happy New Year to those of you who are familiar with the channel and for those of you who I just met. Exorcist Reviews is in the house. I just saw him. Awesome. Thank you for joining me, sir. Um, and this is coffee, horror and coffee. But because it's New Year's, I decided to have a little bit of red wine. Um, and for good reason. You see, I actually just found out just a few minutes before going on the air that I'm going back to work tomorrow and now Wednesday. I'm a school counselor. And I actually thought that I had off until Wednesday. I had spent the whole vacay thinking I had off until Wednesday. And I just found out a few minutes ago from a friend that I'm actually going back tomorrow morning. So I'm going to need this. God bless to all of that. All right. So I'm glad you're all here. We're going to talk about the most anticipated horror movies of 2024. Now, to be fair, um, and yeah, you see, I'm not the only one. He's working tomorrow too. Exorcist Reviews, dude. Yeah, it sucks. I get it. I'm actually, I'm of the belief that one can present all the horror movies they want to present, right? Um, but the problem is, there's always going to be horror movies that are going to pop up during the year that no one knew about. Like, I'm only going to give you guys a handful. I'll be here for maybe an hour. Um, and we'll present to you guys just a small handful of horror movies that we know are going to be coming out this year in 2024. Having said that, there's going to be other horror movies that are going to come out during 2024 that at this point, neither I nor you, unless you know something, I don't, know nothing about yet. So we're going to find out at some point. But in the meantime, let's enjoy what we do know. All right. And that's why I'm here. I want to share, and feel free to join me in the link. I'm going to post the link again because I'm a very inviting type. Hold on for a minute. Let me just put it in. And there is the link into the stream. So that way I'm not the only one here talking. You guys can feel free to chime in, talk. You've seen how it works here. So you guys should get it. All right. Now, having said that, I want to, before we go into what's coming out this year, I want to share a quick story. All right. And the story is this. Last week, my daughter was in Long Island doing hanging out with some friends and stuff, doing things. And I had to drive out to pick her up that evening. It was already kind of dark. And it was out it's in the Babylon area in Long Island. And she told me something. She said, Dad, Amityville is the next town over. That's where the Amityville Horror House is, right? Hey, let's drive by and take a look at it. I was like, oh, man, I've never seen it in person. I would love to check it out. So we drove by and we saw it. And I took a picture of it. Here it is. There it is, right there. Note the Christmas decorations on it. People live there. People have been living there for years. It's not a big deal. But that right there is the picture I took of the famous Amityville Horror House that inspired the book, that inspired the movie. And there's, split consensus on whether or not the stories by the Lutz family that allegedly ran out of that house. I believe it was in 1976 in the middle of the night. That they were driven out of there by evil spirits or whatnot. It's been an on and off thing with that. This obviously gave rise to a franchise. All these movies, Amityville 2, The Possession, Amityville 3D, and all of that kind of stuff. But this house here, they've actually done a couple of changes here. The windows are different. They're not those creepy looking windows that I remember seeing in the movie and seeing as a kid. They changed the windows, and here's another observation I made. You see that metal fence, that metal gate right there in the front? That this house was the only house in the entire block that has that, for obvious reasons, because people be driving from everywhere in Timbuktu to go see the famous Amityville Horror House, and they want to get on the property and be like, "Ooh, look at where I am. I'm at the Amity," and people live there. That's kind of messed up. They don't want to respect their privacy and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of messed up. But having said that, it's pretty it looks pretty cool. It was really creepy to see it, but there it is. And you know what's funny? It looks small. I mean, it's not small like that. It's long. It's long. It has a colonial build to it, a colonial construction to it. But seeing it up front, it looks smaller than I initially thought it would look. A little smaller, but you know what? There it is. It was pretty cool, so I kind of liked it. So there it is. I wanted to share that with you guys. It was incredible. The Amityville Horror House. Oh my God. So having said all that, as I take another sip of my wine, before I even go on to another thing about the movies that are coming out this year, I want to talk about two movies that I consider to be, because I didn't do this. A lot of other YouTubers have done this. They've done, best horror movies of 2023 or worst horror movies of 2023, or they'll do both of them. Which is great, and I watched some of them, and I was like, yeah, I agreed with most of it. Some of it I didn't agree so much with. It's fine. It's movies. It's just movies. But, I decided not to do that because I felt like I was just kind of joining along with the crowd and stuff like that. But since I'm doing this, I figured I'd at least chime in on what I think was the one worst movie out of all of them this year, and two, what I thought was the best. So I'm going to put that up right now. If you give me a minute, I will present it because I got to do a share screen. And to me, this was the best movie of 2023. Ready? There it is. Godzilla Minus One. Now, having said that, people may be hard pressed to call this a horror movie, but it's my channel, damn it. And this movie was, if you saw my review on this movie, I gave this movie nothing but praise and honor. This was a movie that really took it back to the original 1954 classic, where it was all about the state of Japan at the time, around that time period, around the end of the Second World War. The characters were very well written out. You cared about them. You cared about the people. And, and on top of that, of course, you had Godzilla, which was this version of Godzilla was creepy and menacing and just downright evil. If you can even call an animal evil, animals don't even understand what that means. But, this creature was just menacing, and all he wanted to do was destroy for the sake of destroying. And the whole story of how they did that, the way the people got together to talk about how they could deal with this menace after they just finished fighting a world war, And it wasn't even, forget about it. You got to see this movie. If you haven't seen this movie, you got to see this movie. Even if you're not a Godzilla fan, you do not have to be a Godzilla fan to watch this movie and appreciate the story and the human element that springs out so well in this film. It's like an amazing movie. So in my opinion, this is the best horror film of 2023. Godzilla Minus One tops everything that I've seen this year by a long shot. I mean, we had some good ones. We had When Evil Lurks. We had, I thought Smile was great. I really did. Talk to Me was also a good one. So there are good ones out there. The Boogeyman I thought was creepy as hell. But Godzilla Minus One, I saw X, I thought was great. But Godzilla Minus One, creepy the crap, man. Amazing. So anyway, that's what I think. Now, having said that, I'm gonna also present another thing, and this is what I'm gonna present. I'm gonna present what I think is the worst horror movie of 2023. The worst, the one I saw this year that made me go, oh God, why the hell did they bother? And I know what a lot of people out of you, those of you who know me, I think you guys know what I think I'm gonna show right now. So let's see if you're right. Okay, let's see who's ready. Let's see. Robert Makes the Cut is here. Hi, Robert. I'm glad you're joining me. I'm about to share with everybody what I think is the worst horror movie of 2023. You ready for this? There it is. It's A Wonderful Knife. You thought it was going to be Exorcist Believer, right? I threw you off. Trust me, Exorcist Believer is right behind this one. Because that movie was just turned out to just crash and burn halfway through it. And forget it. It was so bad, I had to, for those of you who are not familiar with my channel yet, I actually reviewed it, gave it 3 coffee cups, and then I went back and I did another review of it where I took away a coffee cup because I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I just didn't know what the hell I was thinking. But this movie, 1 coffee cup. This movie was bad. God awful. Did not like it. They tried to go off on the It's a Wonderful Life, the Christmas movie. This came out right around Thanksgiving. And they were trying to do the whole, they literally took the story of It's a Wonderful Life and turned it into this. And it was stupid. It was a waste of time. Okay, it's on Shudder, and it will make you shudder because it's that bad. And Exorcist Reviews agrees. Honestly, yes, I was hoping it would be your worst. It is my worst. This is the worst movie that came out, horror movie that came out this year. But Exorcist Believer is definitely on the other side. And guess who's here to join me? He always joins me in these live streams, and it's nothing but an honor and a pleasure to have him. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Robert from Robert Makes the Cut. How are you, Robert?
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good. Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you.
We were just going over, before I start talking about the movies that are coming out this year, I just went over one movie that was really good, which was Godzilla Minus One.
Oh, I heard a little bit of that, yeah.
You haven't seen it?
No, I have.
Oh.
I heard you discussing that.
Oh my God, that movie's good. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I think that's, for me, I think that's the best movie overall for me of 2023 there for me.
Unbelievable.
Not only it's a great Godzilla entry into the franchise, but it's just a great movie overall, like that,
Very character driven.
Yeah, very character driven. I didn't. You don't, and you actually care about them, not like the other iterations of Godzilla we've seen from Legendary.
Yeah, well, not just Legendary, but the movies we grew up watching too.
Oh yeah, the others ones too. I'm just giving like a recent example, but
oh yeah. They all seem to follow that pattern. Like okay, the people are running around trying to figure out what to do. Who cares? Let's see the monsters. Let's see them go at it. That was really what it was all about. But in this movie, that was different.
Yeah,
like I just cared. I was just, not that I didn't like seeing Godzilla. I love freaking seeing Godzilla. Trust me, But that was just the icing on the cake. But their cake was good. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Really
it,
good. Yeah, really. And I heard you're talking about It's a Wonderful Knife. Unfortunately, I missed that one.
good.
Good.
Don't bother, dude. That movie was god awful. I gave it one stinking cup, man. It was
Boy,
bad.
it didn't even last in my theater that long. Probably just like a week,
It's
couple
on
weeks.
Shutter.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I used to subscribe to him, but yeah, I kind of had to.
Imagine, yo, that movie was so bad, I unsubscribed to Shutter.
Yeah.
That would be bad. You know a movie's bad when somebody does that. Somebody else is joining me.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, I have for the first time here on Horror and Coffee, Mr. You know what? I gotta get his I gotta pronounce his name right. So he's gonna share it with me right now. This is Mr. Exorcist Reviews Man himself. How are you, sir?
Hey, how
how
you
are
doing? I'm kind of getting some feedback. I'm gonna have to try to adjust this somewhere.
Okay. Hey, guess what I did? Wait a minute. What's your what should I refer to you as? Like your name? You're Baron.
I go by Baron Vaughn.
Baron Vaughn.
Yep.
Is that how you would like to be addressed as?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I think I figured out why I'm getting this. Hold on.
Okay, everybody, hold on. Let me stop.
oh, he's out. What happened?
Oh no.
Maybe he's trying to go back in.
Okay, I hope he gets back in.
Yeah, sometimes on my end, I had to cut the YouTube what do you call it? The YouTube entry in there, the past on the browser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was getting feedback too. I don't know if you figured that out. Yeah, you'll get a feedback on.
I don't have feedback.
Yeah, we hear it on our end. You're probably hearing it.
You know what? Do you have? Well, you know, it's good to have headphones because I don't hear feedback. But
no, yeah, I should, but I have an external speaker on my iMac, so an external mic, so.
Oh, I think he's back. There he is. Okay, let me get him back in.
Yeah, you have to close one of your boxes.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna turn off. Hold on. Let me close this one. Okay, my thing is not.
Okay.
My clicks are not responding for some weird reason. This is not good. Why is nothing responding? Now I'm clicking on everything and nothing's happening. I'm trying to add him to the screen and it's not letting me.
Oh, that's weird.
That is weird. We're experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Do, 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 do. Remember when they used to play that stupid elevator music when you were in the middle watching something? Hold on for a minute. Okay, this is a problem. I can't remove certain things and I can't add certain things. So something's going on. Bernavon, I'm gonna do me a favor.
He's chatting.
He's talking? Oh, he's chatting? Where is he?
Want me to try again?
Yeah. Let's try to get off and let's try to get on again. Try to get off and then get on again. Maybe while you're off I can okay. Let's see. Nope. Nothing's this is
Can you
not.
try to refresh it real quick?
If I try to refresh it, I might go completely off air.
Oh man.
I don't want to do that. Okay, he's back on. Let me see. Nope, it's not working. This is a problem. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm having some kind of technical difficulty here.
Sometimes these things happen with.
Yeah, I know. Let me see what I can. Let me see what I can do. Says here live viewers. No. Remove. Oh wow. This sucks. All right, this is what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna press refresh. If I go off, I'm gonna jump back in. And then you guys jump back in. All right, we'll reset the whole thing. All right? Let's give it a shot. Wow, it won't even let me refresh, John. That is nuts. Yo, nothing is happening.
It just went.
My computer is not responding to anything.
That's weird.
I don't understand. I'm trying to close windows and stuff, and it doesn't let me.
Sorry about my dog right here.
I'm not worried about your dog.
Okay.
I'm worried about what's happening here. How come I don't have access? I need to. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end the stream and I'm gonna restart it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We'll
So
look for you.
hang in there, people. I'm gonna come right back.
Okay.
Nope, it doesn't let me do that. It won't let me end the stream.
What?
Yeah, I'm clicking on it and it's like Scott. Ah! This guy's saying Pazuzu won't let me on. I can't even click his comment. This is bad. All right. Yo, I may have to shut the whole computer down and reboot the whole thing.
That's crazy.
That might be the only way to do it. All right, you know what? If that's what has to happen, that's what has to happen. I'm going to shut the whole computer down, ladies and gentlemen. Give me several minutes, and I'll be back on. Robert, hang in there. Bernavon, hang in there, all right? We're going to get you guys back on.
All right.
I'm just going to shut down the computer and reboot, all right? All right. It's not letting me do that either. It's like AI has taken over.
Pazuzu taking over, I think.
Pazuzu ain't nothing, man. Pazuzu ain't got shit. Yo, this won't. Okay. I'm gonna just hold I'm gonna go off.
All right.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey, I think we're back on.
you know what it was? I think it was YouTube.
Why? I didn't put up anything bad. You think it was YouTube itself?
Yeah, it was I got YouTube playing at the same time, so I get that echo. You know, there's like a slight delay.
Okay, you're talking about
So I
something that.
silenced it.
Gotcha,
you know?
gotcha. I thought that you were talking about what happened on my end.
No,
I don't know
this
what
is the
happened
first
on
time.
my
This
end.
is a learning curve. Well, it's probably a learning curve for your side too. I have no clue what happened there.
All right, I'm gonna wait for
jammed,
Robert
I
to
guess.
get back on. Where's Robert?
So-
Well, in the meantime, Robert, get back on, man. Sorry about Happy New Year, by the way.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Hold on for a second. I got
Starting to
Robert.
soak in.
Okay,
All
there's
right,
Robert.
we got
All right.
July to soak in.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, we're here. Now we're all here.
Now we're all here. Everybody's happy, and I still got some of my people watching. That's good. All right, good. Thank you. Sorry, we apologize for the inconvenience, ladies and gentlemen. Here's to you for your patience.
Salute.
I drink and I know things. All right,
Yeah.
so listen. We were just talking about, what were we talking about, Robert?
Oh,
before?
Godzilla.
Oh yeah, Godzilla -1. You saw it too, right?
Oh yeah.
I did.
No.
I did.
What are your thoughts?
My girlfriend would not say she wouldn't let me live if we hadn't seen that film.
Oh,
She's a
shit.
fan.
Such a Godzilla fan, and she loved that movie. And I think Hollywood today could learn a lot from it. You know,
I agree.
Oh yeah.
I agree. Because Hollywood, I don't know, $15 million it took to make that movie.
Incredible.
yeah, if that. Yep.
You know, And then everybody's like, "Oh, like $200 million on this Marvel film or even legendary Godzilla film." As much as I enjoy watching those, still, it didn't have the depth that Godzilla minus
No.
one had.
Yeah,
No.
it minus the heart, like you see here in minus one.
Yeah,
Has a lot of heart, a lot of compassion.
Yeah.
You actually give a damn about each single character.
you do.
Right.
I was thinking about the little baby girl. I was like, oh, this
Oh, yeah.
little baby girl. I was losing my mind. I'm my dad, so.
I kept seeing my granddaughter in her. What was her name? Akiko, I think.
Akiko, yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And the girl's name was Noriko.
Mm-hmm.
That I remember. The main dude, I forgot his name for sure. It's a long name.
Yeah, it's long. I forgot. Yeah.
So I forgot. I'm terrible with names. So you can only imagine names from overseas. Forget about it. I'm terrible at it. Worse. Guess what I did yesterday, guys? Before we even get into the other stuff, I had both of my daughters here. We spent New Year's here, and
awesome.
I put them through. I showed them The Exorcist. They never saw it.
Ooh.
What, your 4K?
Yes. The streaming one, the digital code. I put on my thing.
Oh, gotcha. Mm-hmm.
And we watched it. The original.
And now they're damaged.
Not the extended. What's damaged? Oh, now
the kids are damaged.
Traumatized for life.
My younger
yeah.
one, she's harder, because I take her to see horror movies all the time. Like I've taken her to see Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, and she loves the Conjuring movies and all that. And I told her, oh no, you haven't seen horror until you've seen The Exorcist.
That's true.
So I showed them, and there were moments where her mouth dropped, like she never saw the things she saw in that movie. You never see.
Even to this day.
To this day, you're not going to see the crucifix thing.
No.
You're not going to see that.
No.
Nobody's going to even try.
The closest they came up was with Ellen Burstyn's eyes.
Oh, yeah, with her, yeah, but there's a difference between jamming a crucifix in your eye and jamming a crucifix
definitely.
in your,
Yep.
So that makes that's a big difference. But they thought, they both liked it a lot. They really did. So my younger one, who is a film student, by the way, she just finished watching Psycho the previous month, and she thought it was an excellent film. So this one, I had to tell her that that William Friedkin, he was kind of like a documentary shooter, so it felt like it had that feel. It had a documentary kind of feel a little bit, and she understood that and stuff. But she kept on telling me to be quiet because she just kind of wanted to see herself what would happen. But they both liked it. My older one, who's in college, was like a little bit more traumatized by what she saw. So, but she's okay. She's fine. They both handled it a lot better than I did when I first saw it. I was 12 when I first saw it. Not in the movies, on TV. And that was on TV with them cutting out a lot of stuff. So you can only imagine, right? So, anyway.
I saw it a little bit later. I think I saw it when I was about maybe 15, 16.
That was when you saw it?
Yeah. I saw it on HBO. I saw it on cable.
Did you sleep that night?
Was that?
Did you sleep that night?
No, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't.
Me neither. That's what I'm telling you.
I saw it on cable as well.
Yeah, uncut.
And when I turned 16 and was allowed to set up my own video, I forget what they call it when you go to the video store and you sign up to check
membership.
Membership. I don't know why I couldn't think of membership, but that was the first film that I checked out. Card.
It's interesting because I had a membership to a place called Mark's Video on 149th Street, and I remember, I saw it when I was 12. I hadn't seen it. I didn't see it again until I was 16. But between the ages of 12 and 16, I got so ingrained and indoctrinated with horror films, right? Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Omen. Oh, The Omen! I fell in love with The Omen. You know that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I lost my mind. Halloween. You know, I started watching all these movies, and I said, "Oh snap!" And then finally realized, you know what? I'm watching all these movies. I'm older. I think I can handle this. I'm gonna go rent The Exorcist and watch it. So I did. Fell in love with the movie. It's never went back since. You know, because when you're older, your perspective
Yeah.
is more clearer. You
Not,
know.
not only it's like a classic horror movie, but it's just like kind of like Godzilla -1. It's a great movie
Yeah,
overall.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
very character
Well
driven.
acted, well directed, well scored. It has all you check all the boxes,
Yeah,
cinematography, everything. It's
absolutely,
on the makeup,
absolutely.
you know.
It was a film ahead of its time.
It
Absolutely,
was. It sure
most
was.
definitely. As a matter of fact, if I'm right, um, didn't you burn it? I'm terrible with names. Bernivon? That's how you
Baron
say?
Vaughn.
Huh?
Baron Vaughn.
Baron
Yeah,
Von. Sorry. Ay, Dios mío, please forgive me. I'm terrible with this. Um, Baron Von. You know, you interviewed Michael Peter Blatty
Yep.
not once but twice already.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I still
Wow,
got
that's-
questions.
That's incredible.
yeah, oh yeah. It's an interesting interview. I was watching it. He was like, you know, I found him interesting because he was like, "Hey, it was my dad's stuff. You know, I'm just here. But this is what he saw from his perspective, and that was a good perspective to look at it from." You know?
Yeah, it's funny. He'd been on the set. When I met him, it was just a quick question on Facebook.
Yeah,
He's in a couple of those Facebook groups,
right.
regarding The Exorcist, and I saw his name pop up, and I started messaging him. Then we flew down to Oregon,
Okay.
where he's living, and I got to meet him in person and ask him about doing hey, do you mind doing this video with me? And he agreed to it, and it was great.
Awesome.
And then I even asked him about, I think at the first time I asked him if we could do a live Q&A. So I did in the community, I had people make up questions.
Mm-hmm.
And so those were the first ones to get asked.
Nice.
I mean, if you're going to bother come on my channel and, submit a question, yeah, I'm going to ask that one first, but then we still got the questions from everybody that was in the live too. So
Very
it lasted
good.
about, I want to say 3 hours.
You can talk about
Like
this
that.
kind of stuff for 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
That ain't no
Then I
lie.
suddenly remembered all the questions I had later. I was like, oh man.
Oh, I hate that.
The big question I had at that time, and I totally forgot about it, was the infamous Dick Cavett episode that everybody thinks didn't happen. And this was supposed to have been the one where where Blatty got on the show, the main person canceled, and Blatty got to sit there and talk about his book for about 45 minutes. And then here he is, like 2 weeks, approximately, I think it was like about 2 weeks later, he's looking at his book shoot up the New York Times bestseller list. And it stayed up there for quite a while.
Yeah,
That's what he states. And a lot of people don't believe that happened. But
Wow.
Mike says he saw it. He saw it live.
I heard something about that. I'm not sure. I never seen this. I heard about that.
I can't find that episode.
It's fun. It's funny how certain things you can't find
That's
in
eerie.
this day
That's
and
kinda
age.
eerie.
With YouTube and all these other sites that you can find stuff, but you can't. But there certain things you can't find, like that Dick Cavett episode. It's the weirdest thing.
I'll tell you one thing that's freaky for me when it comes to like all the Exorcist stuff is Jason Miller in the novel. I don't know how well you're versed on the novel, but
Not
it's
very well.
implied.
Versed,
I did video. It's implied, and it's something I didn't quite focus on until somebody left a comment about it. Didn't he die on Mother's Day? And I looked it up and I read in there, and it's like it was pretty much yes and no. It was implied that it was Mother's Day, but Blatty was like off by a week.
Oh,
But he's off a lot in the novel. I mean, in the original novel,
Mm-hmm.
he's got Father Karras at 46 years old. In Legion, he's 43. If you do the math,
Why did he change?
I don't know. I think he was in a rush And maybe he was trying to keep from. But here's the weird thing about it. Okay, let's assume that Father Karras died on Mother's Day.
Okay.
When did Jason Miller die?
On Mother's Day? For real?
Oh
Yes.
shit!
He died. He died on Mother's Day.
You know they're gonna add that to
on
the
a bar
whole.
stool. He fell on. Yeah, I brought it up that too. I was like, I caught it in a video called Miller's Tale. It was about Jason Miller, and when they were putting up that memorial or whatever it is, the little bust
Yeah.
in his hometown, and
Right,
somebody commented about being there when Jason Miller died, and it was Mother's Day. He said Mother's Day. I was like, wait a minute. And so, after that, I looked it up myself, and that's what happened. That's when he died.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Like I don't.
That's scary.
No, it is because what that does is that kind of like kind of adds to the folklore or the
mystique
urban legend of all the other things that say happened involving the filmmaking of that movie.
Here's my long stretch on weird coincidences. Okay, say like when we do that whole thing with the putting a date and the year, we always put like that little asterisk and then the last two digits.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Father Karras dies 71. Right?
Okay.
You flip it. That's the year 2017 that Blatty dies.
Huh.
I'm not saying it just kind of freaked me out just a little bit. It's like, yeah.
No, I tell you. Oh, Frankie is here. Frankie in the house. What's up, Frankie? If you remember Frankie, he was the guy that joined us for the Exorcist Believer.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I do.
And I also have Triboro Gigolo. Happy New Year, Triboro. Good to see you, dude. Awesome. Okay, so and hi, Carmen. How are you? It's
Hola.
the lovely lady Carmen. She says hola. So a lot of people are jumping in. So since we were just talking about The Exorcist right now, and we were talking about It's a Wonderful Knife, which was god awful, like we said. But if it wasn't for Wonderful Knife, I would have definitely put Exorcist Believer as the worst horror film of the year. Not just because it was written badly, but because they had just simply the nerve to make it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel about it, at least.
Yeah, it was something that shouldn't have been made. I mean, it should have just left well alone.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, that's fine. I was going to say that I set up a poll on in the community, the YouTube community, on what was it? If you had a pick between these four, I wanted to list more, but it wouldn't allow me to do that, in the poll. So I only got four of them, four directors. Who would you choose? Right now, they've got James Wan in the lead. Personally, I would have picked the guy who did the Antichrist, just on his film, the way he does his.
The movie
films.
Antichrist with William Dafoe, that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got some amazing shots, and just the way it was like, it almost felt like one of those really independent, almost like a student film from back. When he had the shot of the being inside the hearse while Willem Dafoe and the other parent is walking behind it, and the rain's coming down, I would never have thought of that shot.
Okay.
I gotta put that on my list.
It was crazy.
I never seen that.
I've only seen bits of it. I think I did see it a long time ago once, but I've completely forgotten. I should rewatch it again.
Okay. Well,
and yes, Carmen, Happy New Year to you too. Frankie has something to say. Yeah, finally saw Believer. What a piece of shit. I was right again, thankful. I didn't pay money to go see it in the theater. Yes. But Antichrist, Frankie says, great film.
We'll put that on the.
And Triborough says, I think fans put too much expectations on Believer before it came out. I still enjoyed it compared to the Marvel DC films last year. Yeah, I mean, that's a kind of apples and oranges kind of thing if you think about it. Two different kind of genres. So, but if you put it overall, what you're entertained by and what moves you and stuff like that. You just got to go with your gut.
Yeah.
What you like is what you like, and that's okay.
I
These
try
are
to-
just movies at the end of the story.
Yeah, I try to see everything, like with the open mind. We hear about like the low RT scores and blah, word of mouth and other critics
Correct.
and other YouTubers making remarks. I try to like I don't want to see that. I don't want to even see the score before I see a movie.
There
I
you
just
go.
want to go in there blind, and I'll watch the reviews later and the reactions later.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I tried with this one. I saw it on a Thursday night, and oh man, man, if you want something, if you have trouble sleeping, watch that.
Yeah.
The only the only saving grace I thought was like when Linda Blair comes on there, but
That was like for a few seconds.
yeah, that was kind of heartfelt between her and Ellen Burstyn.
Well, yeah, of course it would be heartfelt. I
Yeah.
get that. Like I felt it a little bit too, but at the end of the story, it didn't. It was still the way the
Yeah.
movie, what they did with Ellen Burstyn's character.
That was
That was
horrible.
character assassination,
Oh, definitely.
right?
I could not see her doing the things that she did. Not even writing the book.
Exactly.
That was nuts. It's like they followed the television show when
All
she
right.
did that, and that's what really irked me was when they did that on
So,
the TV
where-
series.
Oh, when she fell down what was it? She fell down the stairs, right?
When she wrote the book, "Devil and My Daughter," and just kind of threw her daughter under the bus. You
Mm.
know, And
Gotcha.
then does it
Yes.
again in this movie. I forgot what it was called, a mother's explanation or mother's something or other.
Right.
It was basically
Right.
basically around that same thing, and then she claims to be some kind of expert, and then really screws up. She all this time that she's reading about like exorcism around the world, and she tries to put it in the name of my daughter Reagan. How does that work?
That's not supposed to work.
Yeah.
In the name of my daughter Reagan. I was
then-
like, who
what was
came
it?
up
Was
with
they-
that
they tried-
formula?
Whose voice is coming out of that little girl, Catherine? Skarsgård or something? It sounded more like, who is that? What were they trying to do? And then even when they made the comment where she makes the see your cunting daughter, I would have used Burke Denning's voice.
Yeah, right.
Reagan, doing that, something to really hit home, not just
Yeah,
a generic voice.
something that would
That makes
pertain
more
to your
sense,
past.
especially when they're using cunting.
Right.
Can I say
Because
cunting on your program, I don't know.
what?
Can I say that word on your show?
You're quoting from the movie.
Okay, that works.
It's a quote.
But yeah,
You know,
it made more sense.
context.
And there's the ability to do that. Like that last video I did with it was supposed to have been an excerpt that was deleted or removed from the original novel.
Right.
I went and I got into and used that AI software and recreated Blatty's voice and had him narrate.
I saw that.
So
Oh,
you would think they could probably take, samples of Jack McGowan's voice and had done the same thing,
Mm.
or somebody who sounds really close to Jack McGowan.
Unbelievable.
So
Well, I guess it's just asking for too much or something, but to me it would have made more sense to go
Now-
that route
right.
because the demon's going to know. It
Of
goes into your
course.
head and picks this
Oh yeah,
stuff,
they're gonna yeah.
But it's
Look,
almost like they didn't think of that.
Listen. It's all up. The point of demons is that they like to remind you of your past so they can mess you up.
Yeah.
That's what they're
Right.
good at. So
Now- I'm sorry.
go ahead, Rob.
Oh, now Blumhouse spent over $400 million on it
For the rights.
for the rights. Where
Where
are they
get
going
the
to
rights
go?
on it?
I don't know, but
I think it was Universal that got the rights for $400 million. They gave it to Blumhouse to make the film.
Right. So where are they going to go from here?
hopefully nowhere.
I don't know.
I hope nowhere. Look,
God,
it ended the way it ended, and it was very close ended. So I like to think it would keep it that way. Don't know, Frankie. Don't know if the two sequels are still happening.
Yeah,
or
it's
not.
all.
But
like freaking-
$400 million
That's a lot.
for the right, yeah. But compared to $15 million for an excellent Godzilla movie, I mean, you could just see
That's crazy.
where Hollywood is just not understanding.
They sure. Yeah.
They're just not getting it. So I'm going to let's talk about some of the movies that are coming out this year. Right? I spent the majority of the first hour here in technical difficulties and talking about The Exorcist, which is great. I have no problem with that. So the first movie I'd like to talk about, before since we're already on the topic of devils and demons, let me put this one. Let me put up the. Let me see. Hold on for a second. Let me see if I have it here. I just want to make sure I have it before. Where is it? I'm looking for the. There it is. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Ready, guys?
Ready.
This is the first. Let's talk about this movie that's coming out.
I gotta know what it is, but
I think you know what it is too. Let's see. Window. Here we go. Boom.
yeah. Oh.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about this movie, The First Omen, sequel to the 1976 classic. What are your thoughts on this, Robert?
I
He's
think
like, fuck it.
they should just leave this alone. I mean, I like the little font right there. Reminds me of the 1976 version right there. But
Yeah, that's the font. Yeah.
and who's directing this?
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I forgot.
I'm not even paying attention to who's directing it right now at this point.
I'm kind of like, who's making this one? And are they going to make it like a requel?
I don't know if it's a requel. If it's a requel, it would be a direct sequel. This is a prequel.
Okay.
This movie is supposed to be taking place before the events of the first film from 1976. In other words, I read the synopsis on IMDb or whatever the heck they call that, and it involves a young woman who is a nun, or is going to be a nun or whatever, who leaves the United States to Rome to work there. And while she's there, she discovers this conspiracy, this plot to have the Antichrist born in Rome. Now, in The Omen, that's exactly where Damien is born, in Rome, in a hospital in Rome. Now, so what we're looking at here, and I have the book back there. I don't know if you could see it, the novel. I read the novel long before I even saw the movie, back when I was in high school. And there's a whole chapter in that book about the events that lead up to the birth of Damien. It kind of tells you what Father Brennan, the one that the Poe killed him, the one that was trying to warn Robert Thorne about.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
I saw his mother, man, him. That he had that poem, When the Jews Return to Zion.
The Jews return to Zion.
Yes, and the comet rips the
rips
sky. And the Holy Roman Empire rises, then you and I.
Now, I can imagine Christopher Lee stating that.
No.
Oh wow, that'd be great.
When the
Jews return to Zion,
the Jews return to Zion.
and a comet rips the sky.
I think this would make a good like a good streamer, but it's going to be out theatrically, I guess, right?
I think so too. It's coming out. It actually has a date on it, April 5th, I believe, or 4th, one of those two dates. Early April. It's coming April.
I'm gonna go see it with an open mind.
I'm gonna see it. I know I'm gonna see it.
I'm gonna see it.
Now, is it gonna potentially suck? Probably, yeah. But if they follow, let me tell you something. I will give this movie a lot of praise if they use the chapter from that novel as the blueprint for the plot. Because if they do that, I'm gonna be like, oh snap!
Well, we're gonna find out in April.
Oh man, that would be awesome because there's a series of events that happen, where it leads up to Damien's birth. They show everything. Like, okay, where did they get Damien's mother from?
Mm-hmm.
You know what Damien's mother is? It's a jackal.
Right.
Why a jackal? Why not a Labrador Retriever or something?
Yeah.
I don't understand that part, you know. But okay, let's roll with it.
Some things are kind of like when going fast forwarding to the '76 movie when they uncovered all that the cemetery.
Yeah.
You see that, and it's kind of like leave it mysterious and all that. How it
That was one of the things that made it good.
now it's going to be explained, and some things I don't know, man. Maybe
You know, and that's the thing about prequels.
yeah,
That's the thing about
people.
prequels. That it's supposed to show you why certain things happen, and people are intrigued by that. People want to know why Jason Voorhees became Jason Voorhees. That's why they're coming out with that Camp Crystal Lake series on Paramount Plus at some point. I think I don't know when it's coming out, but that's why. You know what are the prequels we had? The Annabelle movies from the Conjuring universe. How the Annabelle doll became the Annabelle
Creation,
doll.
yeah.
You know, Annabelle creation. You know that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're gonna always get something like that. I'll give you a prequel that was just god awful. Since we're talking about we were talking about the Exorcist. Those two Exorcist movies that came out years ago.
I don't like thinking about those.
Yeah, Dominion and the beginning. Exorcist the beginning, and then Exorcist Dominion, and they were both prequels, and they were both god awful, and none of them worked. They were so bad they had to make them twice. It was just bad, you know. So
it's like on that. I'm just gonna make a comment here. Mike was telling me about the guy from Morgan Creek that approached his dad about the franchise, right?
Yeah.
And he gives him $3 million for the sequels and all that whatnot. And Mike was like, you know, it would have been great if his dad could have got that 400 million from Universal, but he didn't live long enough to see that happen.
Look. Frankie has one word for it: horrible. That's it. That says it right there. You know. So yeah, the First Omen. I'm looking forward to it, guys. In my opinion, I think it's going to be a good one.
It's got me curious, and I think if I was going to do it, I probably would have focused more on Father Brennan, because didn't he have the mark as well?
He did. It was in the inside of his right thigh because he was a disciple. He forsook God and became an apostate, and he worked with Father Spoleto, the priest that was in the hospital with the one that was all like crippled and crappy in the monastery later.
Heavy eyebrows. And...
Right. Eyebrow man. Father Spoleto was in the book, at least. Father Spoleto was the one who took Father Brennan and took him under his wing, and introduced him to the underground network of Satanists beneath the Vatican to plot and to prepare for the birth of the Antichrist. And not only did they, and there is somebody, I forgot who is playing Father Spoleto, but there is a character playing Father Spoleto. You have it?
Yeah, somebody named Anton Alexander playing Father Spoleto, and let's see,
Ralph Anton LaVey Alexander.
And it just says Anton Alexander. That's what it says.
Not LaVey.
Not LaVey. And Ralph.
No relation.
Huh? I'm saying that Ralph Ineson is playing Father Brennan.
There you go. Okay.
And you got Sonia Braga in there. We haven't seen her in a while. Bill Knightley too.
But there's a character there, a young lady named Nell. Can you find her for me? Nellie or Nell something? You see the name there? Terrible names again.
There's a lead actress. Yeah, Neil Tiger Free.
Neil Tiger Free. If you saw the Apple series, the Apple TV series, Servant, she was the crazy nanny in that series.
Okay. Well, we got some great.
She plays the main character. She's the nun that goes to Rome and discovers this.
Okay.
And you know who and this is my theory. I'm thinking that not only does she discover it, she eventually joins it. And you know what she becomes? Mrs. Baylock. You hear what I'm going with that? You see where I'm going with that, right?
It's directed by Akasha Stevenson. I don't know what this person's done before.
He must have some kind of a resume. So there it is, the Omen prequel. Let's see, Frankie, you said you're looking forward to the Nosferatu remake. You know what? Let's talk about the Nosferatu.
That's what I was going to say. That's probably about the only one I'm really looking forward to. I think I'm interested in that first Omen one though, but the Nosferatu a little bit more.
Yeah, I have it right here.
That's an A24, right?
This is
wow.
I don't know if it's an A24 film, but it has Bill Skarsgård.
It
has Bill Skarsgård. Lily Rose Depp. Is that any relation to Johnny Depp?
Yeah, that's the daughter.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's the daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. You see, I didn't even know that. That is mad cool. All right. Wow, look at Nosferatu there. He kind of looks, I don't know. He doesn't look as scary as the original from the 1920s. I don't know. There, he's kind of like, hey, guys.
But if you look at the talent, it was directed by Robert Eggers. I mean,
What's he known for, Robert Eggers?
He did The Norseman a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So
I haven't seen The Lighthouse, but I've seen Norseman. Norseman was excellent.
I didn't get to see Norseman. I wanted to see it at the theater, because I heard, if you're going to see it, go to the theater and see it.
Yeah.
But I ended up missing that.
Next
I did see Lighthouse.
Yeah, 4K.
Happy New Year to Miss Sessa. Happy New Year. Sorry to join so late. Don't worry about it. We just talked about the Omen, the first Omen, and now we're talking about Nosferatu, the vampire with the fingers.
And when we got Bill Skarsgård, he was also in. He was a star in The Norseman too.
Bill Skarsgård has been in quite a few things. Frankie thinks this might be nominated for something. Let's see. Hopefully this will come out good. You know what I need to do? And I think we should all do this. And I'll review it too, right here on Horror and Coffee. I'll watch the original film from the 1920s.
Oh yeah, I haven't.
Why not review it?
Right.
It's a horror movie.
It is.
It's like one of the original.
Do the Murnau too.
The what?
Or not the Murnau. I'm sorry. The Herzog.
The Herzog? What's that?
Herzog.
The director,
adaptation of Nosferatu.
He did one too.
Oh, I heard of that. Yes. I didn't
That's
say I didn't know that.
Werner Herzog, yeah.
Okay, so this has been remade already.
Yeah, I was like, there's an opening in the 70s version where he's actually in a labyrinth with the dead bodies. It's one of my favorite openings, and it's got Popa Vol soundtrack.
And Frankie says, don't forget Shadow of the Vampire. Is that the one that had this guy in it?
Shadow of the Vampire had Willem Dafoe.
Not William Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Really?
And what's his name? Malkovich.
Yeah. That one. That one I saw.
Malkovich was playing, I think,
the director.
Arno. Yep. And
he was filming,
and he got a
movie.
real vampire for the film.
Right. Because they were feeding off the idea that, hey, this is a real. This guy's the real deal.
He promised her, the actress, at the end or something like that.
Look at that. That is insane. It's been remade a few times.
I like when Willem Dafoe's like doing his nails, and he's like, "I would like some makeup."
I remember that actually. Oh my God, you just opened up my memory banks on that one.
Edward Scissorhands, his fingers there.
What an actor that guy is.
Oh, Willem Dafoe is a legend. You can't go wrong on him. Absolutely. And Frankie again says it. Great film. All right. I will eat the script girl later. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Is that what he says in the movie? I think that's what Frank is saying. That he says that.
I think so.
I think so too. But yeah, that's an incredible. That's an Nosferatu. I mean, the concept of the vampire has been something that goes back quite a long time. Obviously, it's based on Bram Stoker's novel Dracula, right? But then, am I right? And then they
couldn't get the rights.
They couldn't get the rights, so they changed the name, and they did that. And then Universal finally came in 1930s with Bela Lugosi and stuff like that, and they kind of like did that version. And a Spanish version, too. I don't know if you
Yeah.
knew that.
I heard that.
Right? There was
really
two versions. They used the same set, just different
Oh,
actors.
like back to back.
The Werner von Herzog version is on Peacock. Nosferatu the Vampire. You can stream it on Peacock.
Oh, okay, cool. So then that's something to watch, you know? I'm going to do my Nosferatu research. Because this movie's not coming out until the end of this year. That just started.
Yeah, we got some time to do that.
We got some time.
I want to do that too.
Hold up. Have you seen Subspecies? No, I have not. What is that? Is that a series or a movie?
No, that's a movie. That's
That was
a
a film.
B film, but I heard it's pretty fun, pretty good.
Where is it? Like, where can I see it? Robert's like, hold on.
That's a full moon.
Hold on, Ralph. Getting in my way here.
Let me Subspecies. Let me see. Let me check my little my device here.
Robert's become my oracle. He's like trying to find out all the info from me here. You see, that's terrible. I'm terrible.
I'll ask my spirit board behind me.
You could see it on Amazon Prime. Came out in 2008. Oh, it's a vampire. It's a
Frankie
vampire.
says it's on Tubi.
Or Tubi or
It'll
not.
be good.
Or
Tubi.
it's on Amazon Prime.
Or on Amazon Prime. Ooh, Robert, tell Baron Von here who you met. I'm sorry, we're jumping back to The Exorcist real quick. Tell him who you met at a con.
Because I was watching these before.
Huh?
I think I might know who he's going to say.
Go ahead.
Well, I most recently I met Pazuzu herself.
Eileen Dietz. Yeah.
Wow. You know what's crazy? I didn't even know she was still alive. I thought she was a mad old woman back then. Apparently she was younger than I thought.
Then I had her sign this right here on the Digibook. Let me see, get a good. She signed it right there.
Nice.
She said, "Sleep well." Ah! There it is.
Here's my number.
Here's my number. Look me up.
Yeah. Nice lady too. Real nice.
Oh man, yo, if she shows up at a con near me, I'm definitely want to meet her, man.
I think she should get royalties every time they use her face
Baron, you
on anything.
I agree. You know what it is? It's just that it's such a flash, real quick in the movie.
Yeah, but
it was
you
like,
see it everywhere.
Imagine
too,
this.
you know?
Imagine
it's
like 10 grand.
Yeah.
Oh,
20 grand.
Did I ever? I don't know if you ever seen it. I showed this to somebody in one of my videos. I was on Etsy. I was shopping on Etsy. And remember those old Ben Cooper masks from back in the 70s?
I remember
the
that
costumes?
comes in a box. Yeah.
It comes in a box, and you get like
with the rubber band.
Yeah,
with a rubber band.
Oh, I've worn those.
Somebody made a Pazuzu one.
What?
In the style of somebody made a Pazuzu mask in the style of a Ben Cooper mask. I thought it was like the coolest thing. I was like, okay, I got to get one. Here, let me show you.
Oh, he's gonna go get it. Oh my God, people.
Oh damn! I wish I had that. She could have signed that.
Oh my God. Oh my God, it's like right there. OMG, look at this. What? Holy snap. Yo, imagine walking down the street with that on Halloween. Yo.
Elaine Dietz would get a.
I think I'll use that. I'll use this for like say it's kind of wear this thing with the glasses on. But I think I might wear this like next Halloween or something.
Oh
put, like,
my
a big
God.
Robe on and
oh my God, wear a robe like with a hood.
With a hood. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Kind of a collection of extras and memorabilia signed right there.
Oh, he's got a lot of stuff back there. Look at that.
Man,
yeah, I gotta do the camera thing, but it's like fastened to my desk.
When I could reach right here, I met.
Oh, now Robert's gonna get his stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, well I got this.
I met Linda Blair a couple of times. It looks like you have too.
Oh, I remember when you
go.
showed that off at the last stream. Yeah, that was pretty good. I have a picture of me and Linda Blair when I met her a few years ago at a con. It's up on the wall there. I'm not going to take it off the wall, but it's there. I should post it on my
She
Instagram.
made it in Turkey, so.
Huh? kind of shiny. Oh, what's that? Who's that?
That's Linda Linda Blair on the cover.
Linda Breasts? What?
Linda what? Linda Blair on the cover of a Turkish magazine.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That was when she was
Pretty
younger.
big.
That was in her
Yeah, so she's got her own rack.
Yeah.
Rick James
Magazine rack.
Rick James those
Did
Rick
you sign
James
this
years.
not too long ago.
Yeah, probably about that time. I'd say that.
Case of
Nice.
Possession. Wow.
I have a
Crazy.
hanging somewhere. I don't want to.
Like I had Linda Blair sign a Hell Night poster because everybody was getting Exorcist posters, and I was like, you know what? I want to stick out like a sore thumb. Let me get a Hell Night poster and have her sign that.
I got a couple of her stuff from her foundation website.
Yes,
Pretty nice.
Frankie.
I
Yes,
got
we
that, what was it,
remember.
what the COVID one where it says it makes my head spin.
God, you see her now.
pause.
She's such a nice lady. And
Oh yeah. Don't tell Frankie that though. Frankie had a not so. He begs to differ.
oh wow. Oh, I'm sorry, Frankie. Oh, Baron has something else there.
Woo!
Get that light. There you go.
Will you let horror and
COVID
coffee?
makes my head spin.
There you go.
Make it up.
Horror and coffee. There it is. And look at my Linda. Look, do you have one of these?
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
The Funko
No, I don't.
Pop.
Wish I did.
Reagan.
Well, that's about it in memorabilia.
Yeah. All right. Back to what other
Excellent.
movies are coming out in 2024. You know what's crazy? I guess because we're talking so much about The Exorcist, because this past week marked officially 50 years when this movie was
Yeah.
first released.
December 26th.
1973, 50 years ago. And people were wrapped around the block. And I don't know if Baron Von or you, Robert, I don't know if you guys saw the.
No,
I made a piece about it a few years back.
I would have been 6 years old.
Watch it. Watch it. I'll send you the link. I think
Okay.
I did send you guys the link at some point. I don't know. I'll send you the
Send
link.
I'll
it to me
avoid-
again.
Huh?
I don't think I have it.
Okay. So, all right. Next movie.
Yes.
What movie are we going to talk about this time? Well, any other movies stick out in your heads, guys?
I'm
Anybody
thinking
a
about
Terrifier fan?
Yeah.
Terrifier 3
Oh,
comes out.
interesting, because it's funny how you say that. Because I just happen to have where is it? You know what? I there it is. Boom. Okay. All right. I'm gonna bring this in. You see, I'm prepared. I came prepared. All right. Here we go. Window. Boom. Terrifier 3, which is Christmas based,
Yes.
right? It's
Right.
coming.
Pretty interesting.
And Damien Leone is back as director. I think he's getting somebody else to do the makeup. He did the makeup and practical effects for the first two films. It's supposed to not be as long as the last one. People were complaining how long the Terrifier 2 was. Personally, I had no problem with it.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on the Terrifier series, guys?
Love it.
Okay.
Gory. Up to
It
the
was
max.
It's the most goriest. I've seen stuff in
Yeah,
there.
it is.
We got a pretty refreshing and talented and final girl now, Lauren Rivera.
Yes, Lauren Rivera. She's becoming big stuff in this series, and she's back in this. Her and the young man who plays her brother.
Yeah, I think it's Elliot Pulliam or something like that.
I'm not familiar with the name. One name I am familiar with, though, is Samantha Scafidi, who was the final girl in the first film.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
And her and I actually interviewed her here on the channel in a live stream. Like earlier like almost a year ago at this point, where we discussed the Terrifier movies and what her potential role might be in the third one, if there is one. When I'm not too sure, she's involved. She's doing her own project. She's a director herself, so she's been working on her own projects. That I know, but she's a amazing, talented young woman who deserves her spot in cinema in her creativity.
Fast with Terrifier 2 and Demon last year.
But the whole thing with that post credit scene at the end of Terrifier 2,
Yeah.
what the heck was that?
That was crazy.
That was crazy, yo. I was like, what the hell? She just gave birth
To Art the Clown again.
to Art the Clown, the baby clown.
That's bizarre.
And poor Chris Jericho is in the waiting area. He's supposed to be in this one, Terrifier 3, Chris Jericho. He's supposed to be back. They'll probably kill him off in this one. I don't know. Either that or he'll give Art the Clown a suplex. Who knows? I just know that this is it is my opinion that Art the Clown has officially joined the ranks of the legendary killers like Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, Pinhead.
Maybe I can grab this item here.
What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too.
No, but Baron Von, what do you think?
I'm always well. First thing that comes to mind when you just said that, I'm always hoping for that summer movie where they all take on each other.
Oh God, that would be like that'll be like the Avengers or something.
Yeah,
Like a
Event
terror
or
game.
something.
What was it? Terrordrome. They came out with
Terrordrome.
That game.
I remember.
And it was. I remember it was free because they couldn't get licensing anyway, so they just put it out there for free. So you could like have it's like Mortal Kombat between the two. You know, like you'd have the Tall Man versus Chucky or something.
Yes.
But I always wanted
glare
that.
right there, but
Lenore says he's in my top 5 villains now. That's right. And Frankie brought this up. Salem's Lot remake.
Oh, are they?
Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be in the theater though. I think it's going to be on a streaming.
Yeah, that's
thing.
better.
I think it's going to be on HBO or Max maybe. I don't know, to be honest with you. Somebody knows.
Let me see. And this is if you went to the re-release of Terrifier 2, they gave us Terrifier 3 poster.
You already got a poster?
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Well, you know what happened initially? This is crazy. This is how dirty.
Okay, it's streaming on Max.
Oh, this is how dirty people are. I went to get a drink, and I left my poster on the seat.
Oh nope.
I know, but it was like the 10:30 show, and somebody I ran into the. I'm not sure if they did. I didn't see him. I ran into them. Then I went to get a refill of my icy, which took like 20 seconds. I came back, it was gone. But the work.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
The employee gave me another one, so we're good.
Okay. No, it made me laugh because he was like, I went to get my icy.
Yeah.
No, that's something you take.
You gotta have your icy.
You
gotta
take
have
that
my
with you to the toilet too. You know what? Anybody going?
I know. I messed up. You know what I should have done? I should have hit it on the side of the seat.
Yeah. But when you're in the moment, sometimes we don't think. And we put things down and things happen. Lenore's been dying to see this movie. It's true. We've been wondering when they're gonna come out with it.
Let's see if I get some pulling some info. Salem's Lot.
Salem's Lot, man.
Who's
and
making that one?
Wow.
I have no clue actually, but another one that's coming out. I don't have a poster for this one, but Frankie's already with the icy blue raspberry slush. Yum. Okay. But Frankie also says the Welcome to Derry series is also coming out. It's a series, and that's based on It, Stephen King's It. So there's 2 Stephen King's based stories coming out.
There's not too much details on it.
Because we know we know nothing of it. It's a remake. It's supposedly a remake. Salem's Lot.
Was this the 3rd remake?
I don't know. I don't know if there was a remake before that. I know there was.
There was one with Rob Lowe.
I know there was a sequel.
And then there was the
Return to Salem's Lot. I remember the movie called that.
I love that TV movie with David Soul.
Yeah. Well, that was the original film.
Yeah.
Right?
And then you had one with Rob Lowe.
I remember that.
Rob Lowe, wasn't it really? Was that Return to Salem's Lot? Because I think there was a movie called Return.
I think it came out in 2000. I want to say 2007.
Frank, what do you know? Tell me, or Lenore, tell me. Maybe they can give us some information on that because I'm a little in the dark about the Salem's Lot.
Stephen King made a a
2004 had a TV miniseries. Okay, we got that.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing it on DVD. It was a Salem's Lot. Pretty sure it was Salem's Lot.
Oh, question. Has any of you guys been to Salem, the town of Salem?
No, I'm not.
Well, maybe that's what it was. Might have been the series because Rob Lowe's listed in the series for 2004.
Oh, God, there was a. I didn't even know that.
Return to Salem.
It was probably like a mini series or something.
He
I
didn't
can't
like
imagine it going very far.
I heard of it.
Okay.
That's about it. I've never seen it.
Okay, and Lenore says there's a Crystal Lake series coming out. Yeah, we mentioned it a little while ago. About the whole thing about prequels and all that kind of stuff. But have you been to Salem, Baron Von?
Mm-mm.
No,
I'm
You
hoping.
gotta go.
I'm hoping to go to Georgetown,
Oh,
this
I've been
year.
there.
so I can go up the steps,
I've been up those
check out the
steps,
steps,
dude.
go across
wow.
and
Dude, get an
across to
energy-
the tombs.
Bro, get an energy drink. Well, first of all, the Exorcist steps are in Georgetown, Washington, D.C.
Mhm.
Salem is in Massachusetts. So those are
Kinda-
two different places. But
Mhm.
I've been to the Exorcist steps, and it's amazing. You know, so if you're going to climb up those steps, I would advise you to at least take down an energy drink before you go up.
Maybe a nap too.
Because I was like,
come down. I can always come down the steps.
yo. No, that would be the hard way. Where's my asthma pump? That's what I need. That's what I needed
Check
that
out
day.
if I can get around to where the house on Prospect Street is, and if I can see the back of it. I was always curious because Mike Blatty was telling me for The Exorcist 2 where they were headed, toward the end, Father Lamont and Reagan were walking kind of behind where the wreckage. He said if they were going back there, they'd just go over an embankment
Oh, okay.
in a real sense of where that was located.
Well, if you watch, I did a video on my visit to Washington D.C. and Georgetown. So it's in. I'll send you the link to it so you can check it out.
I
And
might
you-
have seen it, but I'll
you
watch it again.
you saw it?
I might have.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, send me the link.
where I kind of like I show the building where
Mhm.
they filmed, the house, and then the stairs are like nearby and stuff, and
Oh, cool.
all the particulars that go with that. Yeah, they put a plaque at the bottom of the steps saying
Yeah.
these are now the Exorcist steps. I'm like, really?
We used to call them the Hitchcock steps.
Is that right? I did not know that.
Mhm.
You see, I learned something new. And Lenore has been to Salem. Yeah, Salem is freaking awesome. I love Salem.
Yeah, that would have been excellent to go to because Mike was telling me his dad was kind of reluctant going over there when they were doing that whole thing about, proclaiming it the Exorcist steps. But then he shows up and he said he had a great time. And there was like a long line over there. They were signing everything for free, Anything you bring up, here you go, and they'll just sign it.
Wow, that's cool.
It was pretty. It's a pretty good thing. All right, so we got Terrifier 3. I think that's coming out in
It's supposed to be
October.
October.
October 25th, if I'm correct.
Yep.
All right, so here now I'm gonna put on another. Let's see what else is coming. Oh wait, Ralph, did I tell you the actor who portrayed the priest, Father Dyer, was close friends with my godfather? Wow, he was a priest at Georgetown University. That's how we went to visit him. That is mad cool. Thank you, Frankie, for that info. I think that man passed away too. He was a real priest, Father Dyer. Like Father Dyer in The Exorcist was, in fact,
Father
a
O'Malley,
father.
let me see.
But I think he might have left us at this point. While he does that, I'm gonna punch up the next movie that is coming out this year. And I don't know if people know about this one. I'm very interested in seeing this one.
Yeah, it
because
was July. He passed away.
this past July.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God rest his soul. Okay. All right, here we go. Next movie, ready, guys? Boom.
Oh, yeah.
What can you tell me about this? Mia Goth. Maxine.
I think
I don't know.
it has a February release, doesn't it?
Is it? Is it that soon?
I think so.
Look what it says in the bottom. Fame's a killer.
It sure is.
Okay.
This is the third installment of the X series, starting with X that came out a couple years ago, followed by Pearl. X had the whole story about Mia Goth's character who played this. I'm gonna be a star, freaking pornography crap, right? So they go to a farm, and the farm is owned by an old man and his wife, and the wife happens to be a psychopath. The wife is Pearl, who, funny enough, is also played by Mia Goth.
Oh yeah.
Mia Goth played two roles in that movie.
We got the Blu-rays right here.
Maxine, and I want to get those movies actually. Maxine and Pearl, and then when you see Pearl, it's a prequel. It shows you how Pearl became Pearl, that she lost her effing mind and stuff like that. You know, Lenore's right. I did love these movies last year. Those movies were crazy. You know,
Yeah, they're wild.
It's crazy. You know what I liked about Mia Goth's character, to be honest with you, in Pearl. If you you saw Pearl?
Oh yeah.
Did both of you see it?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see
right
it.
here.
I didn't see
If
it.
you watch,
I saw parts of it, but I didn't see the whole thing.
If you watch Pearl, when you watch Pearl, there's a scene where she gives this monologue.
Oh yeah, I remember
right?
that.
That I was like, yo, that's some Academy Award winning material right there you just dished out, kid. That works.
It does.
You know? So this is good. But now we're going to, you see, the first movie took place in 1979. Pearl takes place towards the end of the First World War.
Right.
So around 1918, 1919, something like that. Maxine takes place in 1985. It's 6 years after the
Even
events
the cover
of
looks
the
like it,
first
too.
film. Right. Because it's, she got the big
Definitely.
hair and the colors.
Yeah.
And
And even the font.
Yeah, 80s.
Yeah.
That's all 80s.
Oh yeah, this is all 80s. This has 80s right all over it, which is why I'm so intrigued by it, because I grew up in the 80s. I was a teenager.
Same
I went to
here,
high school in the 80s. So this I can relate to.
They're gonna have
Not the
fun with
porn
this
part.
storyline right
the-
there. I could tell.
But
Shit.
the
It
whole
almost looks like it needs that like VHS interference along the side or something.
right, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like
Oh,
a VHS image right there.
They actually the post credit scene in Pearl actually gave, if I'm right, it gave that VHS kind of look,
Yeah.
which I thought was cool. It had like the little dropout lines and everything. It was kind of cool. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be crazy. So yeah, Maxine, another slasher film, and it looks like Maxine is back. I guess she's gonna go nuts herself and continue because I can't think of anybody else who's gonna do the killing. Because if I recall, at the end of X, that was the end of, and then you see Pearl's story in the second film. Now you see this. So this is definitely a movie to look forward to. Robert, I definitely got to get copies of the first two films, because actually I should wait for this one to come out on 4K, and then I'll just buy them all in one, because they're gonna they're gonna have a package of it.
Oh yeah.
Might as well wait then.
I heard there's a German version of both of them on 4K.
A German version.
I mean, they're released in Germany, in Europe, not here in Port. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
If you want to get those in 4K,
That's a thought. Okay, I have another one here. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this one. I'm not gonna even try to. Wait. Let me see.
Never know.
Frankie, there are rumors of a Return of the Living Dead series or a new remake. Remember Return of the Living Dead?
I remember that.
That movie was funny. That movie was.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
really good.
Send more cops.
Brains.
Brains. And he grabbed the head and he just started biting into it. I was like,
Oh,
holy
yeah.
God, what is going on here? That was great. All right, let's see what else we got here. I'm kind of curious as to how many. Okay. All right. Here's the next movie I'm going to put up. The slide for, at least. And this one is actually not coming out in the theater. It's coming out on some kind of streaming service.
Netflix.
But it's definitely some. I don't think it's Netflix. I think it might be Hulu. I could be wrong. Here we go. Alien Romulus.
Well, let's see who owns that now. That's Disney, right?
As Disney.
They forgot. So,
So-
it's probably,
so-
it would probably hit Hulu, I think.
Probably, yeah, for the most
I
part.
heard, this is not a feature length movie. This is a series.
This is a movie.
Oh, movie.
And the idea is that this movie takes place between the events of the very first Alien and Aliens. So this is something that, while Ripley is still sleeping in her little lifeboat from the Nostromo in space, during that 57-year span that she's been sleeping there, remember, she slept in that thing for 57 years. That's the time jump between the first film and the second. In this one, you have something going on with some other people, apparently,
Oh.
regarding the xenomorph and the alien and all that stuff.
Okay, the director is going to be Freddy Alvarez, who did the Evil Dead remake and Don't Breathe
Evil Dead Rise or the Evil Dead remake from 10 years ago?
from 10 years ago. Not
Okay.
Rise, the other one.
I like that movie.
Okay.
I actually, huh?
That sounds It sounds interesting.
I love Alien.
Me too.
I love the first Alien. What are your thoughts on Alien, Baron?
Well, this one, I hope they do it right.
Me too.
You know, I don't want to. Don't screw this up, Disney.
Right, because
I don't know who they're having put. You know, what part of the Disney company is going to be working on this.
I have no idea either, but I totally get your concern because there's been some Alien films that were flops. I personally liked the two films that Ridley Scott dished out. A lot of people don't like them. I liked Prometheus. I liked Covenant. Were they great? No.
No,
No,
I like them
but
too.
they were,
I liked them too.
yeah.
were
They,
great.
first of all, they looked stunning. The cinematography was stunning, right? So oh yeah, rated R. Frankie hopes it's rated R. I hope so too, to be honest with you. But he does say that it sounds promising. So Alien Romulus, and I don't know. Now Romulus is a Roman god, if I'm correct. So, I mean, I don't know what that had. Maybe that's the name of a ship, the Romulus. I bet
Yeah,
it's
it
a
could
name,
be.
right? Because Covenant, Prometheus, which was another,
Yeah.
another god from Greek antiquity. Romulus, you got here. I'm like, yeah, it must be that. You see a person standing there with the suit. I don't know what that's about. Funny enough, the room that person seems to be standing in looks eerily like the same room that in the Nostromo where everybody was sleeping in there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Right? Like, so I'm wondering if it's a similar ship. If
Yeah,
they go off the
Yeah.
hook.
And that's the alien looking through the window there, I guess, huh?
Well, I see where? Not through. Well, you mean the one outside the,
one
the
outside.
outer part wrapping
Yeah.
around?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I see the tail in the bottom going all the way up. He's hanging up on the bottom. He's like clinging onto the ceiling. Yeah.
Is that like a hallway maybe?
It could be a hallway. Yeah.
Where it's like there's just an entry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And either the person who's standing, I don't know who's going to be in it. I don't know who's I don't know
Just
if he's
waiting for
walking.
him to come back.
He's like, I forgot something. Let me go back and get it.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, the Alien franchise has been it's a franchise very near and dear to my heart. The first two films are my all-time favorites. In the summer of '86 when Aliens came out, I went to see that movie 8 times.
I love
8
that, huh?
times. Not only because the movie was that good, I enjoyed watching people's reaction in the theater. They were screaming, they were freaking
yeah.
out. Oh man, there's nothing like it. It was so much fun back in those days. Me and my friends would be like, "Yo, let's go see Aliens." Now because we forgot what happened, but because we just want to see people get effed up.
Yeah.
That's really what it was. We really enjoyed it that way. It was great. So there it is, people. Alien Romulus, and I forgot when. Do you know when, Robert? Since you have the information in front of you, when it's coming out? I know it's coming out this year. That I know.
Yeah.
I read August.
In August, during the summer. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's good. You got the info there. August, okay.
Yeah.
And apparently, unknown cast: Callie Spaney, Isabella Merced, Eileen Wu, Spike Fern, David Johnson. Only person I know is like Isabella Merced.
Okay, that's fair.
She's gonna be a Madame Web, and she was in the Sicario, this 2 and all that. And fairly young cast, looks like.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna add another movie that's supposed to come out this year. Ready, guys? You see, I'm flying through these. I don't know if you noticed. And this one, Saw 11.
Oh,
I'm kind of burned out on the Saw movies.
You think so? Did you see the last one
I
that
am.
just came out?
No,
It actually was pretty
I've been-
good. I'll tell you why it was
I'm
pretty
like
good.
Saw Overload.
No, but you know why I like this one? The last one that came out? Because it's not a prequel. It kind of happens between the events of the very first Saw movie and the second one.
yeah, exactly.
So they bring back what's his face? What's his name? Jigsaw, the guy who plays Jigsaw.
Oh, I can't think of it. I can see his face, but I can't remember his name. I was just thinking about that too.
Yeah, I'm terrible with names.
Anyway,
But anyway, he's the main guy in Saw X. So, and if you saw the preview, you get the gist in the preview what happens. That these doctors kind of like
yeah, Tobin Bell.
Tobin Bell. They there you go, Tobin Bell. These people they freaking tricked him into thinking they cured his cancer, but they really wanted his money. So, and you know his
I remember that story. Yeah,
right. His
Okay.
twisted sense of justice compelled him to go after these doctors so he could do his Saw thing. And
Right.
that movie was freaking good.
Yeah, it was really good.
You know, I love it because at the end of the movie, you know, that music comes on and like dun 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 dun
Then
dun
you
dun
got
dun,
the whole-
and everybody's like
whole
this.
reveal.
Shit,
Yeah,
you know, like
you got the whole reveal. What
the
happened?
whole reveal at the end, the twist and the turns and the thing at the end and the music. Oh, forget about it. It's great. So I don't know exactly what this entails. I think this is gonna take place in the same time frame. So you see, what I liked about it was that it was Tobin Bell. I liked the Saw franchise. I only liked watching the first 3 films, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
I
after
saw.
one, they get crazier and crazier.
But after he died at the end of 3,
Yeah.
spoiler alert, whatever,
Yeah.
right? He, it kind of lost its flavor because the main guy was gone. But now there was still tapes of him, and there were
Yeah,
flashbacks,
flashbacks,
and then there was Spiral with Chris Rock, and I'm like, okay, and those are fine and dandy, but it just didn't have the same. It wasn't the same without
Yeah,
Tobin Bell.
Tobin Bell is kind of like you don't have that flavor like you did in the
Exactly.
first one.
But with Saw X, you did. And
Yes,
that's
you
what
did.
I liked about it. So I would recommend it to anyone. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I gave it a good review. However,
I'll
this,
check it out.
I don't know I don't know what this is. I don't know what the story is going to be about this.
I think it's gonna pick up where Saw 10 left off.
You think so?
Yeah, it's spoiler, but I think that's what's gonna do. We don't want to reveal it what happened.
I don't know what to reveal. I wouldn't know what to reveal because I don't know what the heck is happening.
Yeah,
But yeah, this is definitely a movie to watch, to enjoy. And let's see what people in the chat have to say. Saw Never Ending, but I'll watch it. Yeah, believe it or not.
yeah. It used to be a tradition. Every Halloween we had a Saw movie.
I remember that
Even
was
though
a
they're
thing.
good or bad.
But now Terrifier has taken that spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And Terrifier, my goodness, forget about it. That's the movie, Look, Frankie's done with Paranormal Activity and The Walking Dead. Well, I don't know. I hope they're not making any more Paranormal Activity movies. I think we're done with that. You know what would have been a nice Paranormal Activity movie? I know it lost its flavor. I get
Yeah.
it. But you know what? Because after, the last one, I actually appreciated. I actually liked the marked ones, in my opinion. I thought that was okay. But then everything else, a little bit before that and after that, was kind of like, oh, God, really? It's the same shit. It became the same nonsense.
I would have left alone.
I would have left it alone. But what I would have done if it was in my creative power to make a movie like that, I would have been like, I would have done something different. I would have had. Remember in the very first movie when they had that paranormal dude come to investigate, and he kind of chickened out at the end, saying, "I'll help you, but I can't do it. This
Yeah,
is
you
not in
felt
my."
something.
Mhm.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
And he ran out on them and stuff, and she was like, "Help us!" Right? I'd like to bring him back to reprise that role, so that he can have a little bit more of a redemptive arc, because he knew that his decision to kind of not help them, um, caused Mika's death and this girl's disappearance, Kate's disappearance. So the idea of finding Kate and him getting involved with maybe an exorcist, a priest, or whatever,
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
to drive the demon and put an end and end the possession and drive the demon out of Kate. I don't know. I guess because then it would go full circle that way. It will connect with the first one, and you would have a redemptive arc, because that was the only thing that I left. That first movie left that taste in my mouth. Like this freaking idiot. He's an expert, and he couldn't help them. you know, I that's what I'm saying.
That's,
Um,
that sounds pretty good, actually. You should
yeah,
write to Paramount with that idea.
yeah. Paramount ain't doing Paramount. Hey, it's my idea. Imagine they do it.
Yeah,
they were like, shh,
Yeah, they just
they're
heard
in the
it.
table.
They're watching your show.
They're watching my show right now, and then they're
just
gonna
put
be
that-
the next day in the.
They're gonna make it into a
Yep.
series. On Paramount Plus.
Yeah, it's gonna be called Supernatural. Oops.
Oh,
Oh, that's messed up. Toxic Avenger is coming out, a remake of it. The trailer is already up for it, according to Frank. I have not seen the trailer.
I haven't seen the trailer of that.
I will be honest. I have not. I do not remember watching. I think I might have watched bits of it, of the original Toxic Avenger from the was it 80s? 80s, right?
80s, yeah. 84.
I am the I never got into it. Frankie obviously is a big fan of it, so he's excited about it. But I have no problem going back and seeing
I
the
got
original one from
I
the
got
80s.
They said I haven't seen it yet, but I remember the first one.
Right. So if that's and that movie's coming out this year too.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage is gonna be the lead this time.
Look at that. You see I Peter Dinklage. Wait. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, what? Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, Dinklage.
Who
He's
does he
gonna-
play? Where have I seen him?
Is he going to be a toxic, the
Game
Toxic
of
Avenger?
Game of Thrones.
Elf.
Tywin Lannister?
He
Yep.
was in Infinity,
Tyrion
Yep.
Lannister.
Infinity War.
He's supposed to be the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah,
He's going to come out looking like an Oompa Loompa.
yeah.
I'm trying to understand that.
Be like that.
A cross between the Oompa Loompa and maybe Sloth from the Goonies.
Hey, you guys!
Yo, it's a small It's a small taxi. Yes, the door we're getting a small sized taxi, but it
we
works.
don't want to.
I'm not trying to insult it. I love that guy. He's an amazing actor. I've seen him in so
Yes.
many things. I think his character in Game of Thrones is like legendary. I love the hell out of him.
Never seen Game of Thrones.
But I guess I expected the Toxic Avenger to be different. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not judging.
Comes out.
Huh?
Who knows? Maybe he'll come out a lot bigger when he comes out.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, look at
like
Infinity War. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that was big, you know. So if you're gonna go that way, let's go.
Kind
Whatever.
of like what happened to like Steve Rogers, Captain America, that sort of thing. That's all I can think of.
I have no
CGI
clue,
looks
dude.
really bad in this shot.
Oh my god. Any other movies that you guys know about that's coming out this year? That's all I got, pretty much.
There's a
I heard the
Blumhouse,
Wolfman was coming
Blumhouse
out.
movie. I forgot what it was called.
Oh! I know one. I forgot the name of it. It involves a little teddy bear, and it's a super. It's
Yeah,
about
that's
Oh,
what I'm
hold on a
talking
second.
about.
I think I've seen it.
yeah. There's, I saw the-
Imaginary.
Imaginary. There's a oh yeah. Lenora, I'll be right with you on that one. That one true. That one too. Sorry, true. Imaginary. That it involves a family that moved back into an old house where the mother used to be a little kid there, and they find an old teddy bear that she you know she owned, and now her daughter, her stepdaughter, is playing with the doll, the teddy bear, and the teddy bear looks all like raggedy and old and whatnot. Apparently, it's like, think of Annabelle, except it's a teddy bear. Basically,
Right.
that's what it is. It's a supernatural, like demonic presence behind the teddy bear, and it's a teddy bear. That's all. That's what you're gonna get. And it looks, I mean, it's gonna be one of those movies. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. I'm definitely gonna go see it. But I'm not gonna have big expectations for it, nonetheless. But it's called Imaginary, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's apparently unknown cast. It looks like Demanda Wise,
Okay.
Tremanga Burns. Only person I recognize is like Betty Buckley. She was, veteran actress, but that's about it.
All right, check it out.
And then the one that Lenore mentioned was Night Swim.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
was
was gonna-
about to bring that up. I
Mhm.
saw the preview today. Have you seen the preview of that, guys?
Yeah, I
have
did.
seen it.
I'm
Yeah.
going to see it. I'm going to see it on Thursday night. In fact,
It comes out this week?
comes out this week.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
I
it
better go.
does.
I better go see it then.
Yeah, I have my
It does.
ticket for Thursday night.
Oh, I guess I got a movie to watch and review. It's the
Yeah,
first
there you
horror.
go.
You know what's funny? It always happens, doesn't it? Like as soon as the new year hits, the first horror movie of the hits like in the first couple of weeks of January, and it's either decent or a total dud.
This looks kind of
It-
promising.
Does it? I mean,
Yeah.
does it? I don't know.
Where are you going to put Blood and Honey 2?
Oh shit!
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
I
They're
haven't even
making
seen the
that.
first one.
You haven't seen that?
No, I don't. I really don't.
I think it's on
Alright.
Peacock. Or
I
something.
wasn't impressed. I was.
Wasn't impressed either. I thought it was interesting. I saw it, but I didn't review it actually. But I remember seeing it, and I was like, "There's some weird Disney crap that's just gone completely."
I kind of
haywire.
like the beginning. He was talking about Christopher Robin finding them.
Yes.
I like that kind of idea, but then when it got into the film, it was kind of like you could totally tell, the costume and all that, and it's like, oh,
Yes.
no, I wish that it could have been done a little different.
Agreed.
But,
It-
yeah, I didn't get too invested in it. And I wouldn't
looks
look
like
forward
they're
to it
wearing
too.
masks, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? You know what would have been more interesting? Maybe is a budget thing constraint or something. If they're like animatronics or something,
Oh, you mean like what's it called?
like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at
Real animals with human faces.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that would have been creepy. How about this one? The Wolfman remake of
Yeah.
the Wolfman.
Is that going to be a
Really?
universal?
I if I presume they still own the rights, I would say yes.
Remember they tried to do that with the Mummy with that.
Oh, you mean the Tom Cruise film?
Dark
Was it
Universe.
A little bit too much. Too
Yeah,
much
that didn't
Tom
work.
Cruise in it.
Yeah, they had all these actors, Invisible Man, and all that, and Creature of the Black Lagoon, and all that slated.
Mhm.
No, Frankie, for real? Bambi?
Is that like a public domain thing?
I think so because I think those
I
stories.
thought Disney was going to make a Bambi film.
Is that it?
I thought they had it. I don't think it's going to be a horror film.
jeez.
But that'd be
Because you know, Steamboat
bizarre if
Willie's
both of them put out a horror
version of
film
Pinky.
too.
Maybe there's two Bambi films coming out. One horror and
of Steamboat Willie. They lost the copyright.
Yeah,
they lost the
I
rights.
get that.
oh snap! Nate is here. Nate just got home from early screening of Founders Day. Is that a horror movie? I don't know. Do you guys realize the only one that hasn't been remade yet was The Creature from the Black Lagoon? I don't know about that. Shape of Water was kind of close.
I know it's pretty close. Yep.
You know? Nate says yes, horror. Okay, I gotta get Nate in here. Nate, are you up for coming in real quick to share with us?
Oh yeah, I think I saw a trailer to that.
Let me put the link. So in case he's able to come in. Nate went to the movies to see a early screening. He probably won't be able to share much of it since it was a there, I put the link there.
Early screening?
If you want. Yeah, it was one of those surprise ones.
Oh, that's the one with Ray Liotta in there. Ray Liotta's in that.
In
I almost thought you said Baby Yoda.
I thought you said that too.
Yeah, Baby Yoda's in there.
Baby Yoda's in it?
Like what?
Did he use the Force?
I think Ray Liotta's in there.
Oh no!
I thought Cocaine Bear was his last movie. Like, apparently not.
Which one? What? Cocaine Bear?
Yeah, I think
That was a crazy movie. Cocaine Bear was fun.
I didn't like.
I had one word to describe that movie: fun.
You know what? I didn't get into that. I don't know why.
Really? Oh shoot! Nate did not like it.
Oh yeah.
Ah! Oh boy, poor. I know Nate is gonna do his own review at some point soon in the next week or so on Geeks and Flicks, right?
I guess it's true that kind of January is a dumping ground for a lot of these films.
It is. Like I remember, God, there's so many movies I remember seeing in January that were horror movies that were kind of like, what the hell is this? What did I just watch?
Yeah, it is.
Like for instance, I remember Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D. Like I watched that like I don't know 7 years ago or something like that, and I don't even remember anyway. It was horrible. It was god awful. I'm like, why would you people make a movie like that? Why you piss people off that are big fans of the franchise? That's the way to do it. You know, you want to upset people, like, you know, you do it. Like, that's what you do with Exorcist fans. With this movie that just came out, you do it with Texas Chainsaw 3D.
Remember, I like that actress, Sandra Uma, that Supernatural movie. It's kind of like a Korean-based folklore and all that about her mom. She was dead, and her ghost is like terrorizing her through the whole movie. It was out.
What's the name of it?
It's a Korean movie for mom. Uma.
Uma.
Yeah.
I would see that. I would say I love Asian horror.
Yeah.
They know how to make it right, man.
This one was that Sandra Oh is great in the movie, but it was the problem with the movie is
Lenore saw it, I guess.
It's really slow.
Oh, it's a slow burn.
Yeah, I didn't like. I thought it was a missed opportunity. It wasn't bad. Oh, Lenore liked it. Yeah, she
liked it.
I thought it was kind of like missed the mark for me.
That's all
right. It wasn't bad. It was just a little slow for me.
That's all right. It happens. You know. Alice, Sweet Alice, with a very young Brooke Shields.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I do.
But Nate says this. I took a nice nap during Uma.
Yeah.
I guess he thought it was boring. And Lenore saw it in the theater. Look at that.
So did I.
You see, I don't know. You know, you see, a lot of people think that Ralph. You know, you're all about horror movies. I'm like, yeah, but you know how many there are out there? I can't see them all. It's hard. I gotta work. I gotta make a living.
And you got like next year is supposed to be or this year actually now, The Strangers Chapter 1 and A Quiet Place Day 1.
A Quiet Place is coming out this year? Another Quiet Place?
Yeah,
movie?
I think it's slated for June.
Look at that.
And
you
The
see?
Strangers Chapter 1 is supposed to be like for May.
And The Strangers. Is it a prequel? Sounds like a prequel.
I don't know.
If they're saying chapter 1.
I heard about the. Yeah, that I think that Quiet Place that's been postponed a couple times.
This new one.
Yes, new one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, remember there was a writer's strike.
Oh,
I think it's over now.
Who
I
knows?
think
It could probably push it back to next year too.
it might be. It might be.
like Dune was pushed back. It's supposed to be out last November.
Dune
And there's
2?
Dune's part.
Smile 2.
Smile 2. I heard about that. I heard Smile
That's
2 is
I think that's October.
Yeah. Oh my God. I want to see that.
Yeah,
I liked Smile.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I thought it was a real good movie.
Something
freaky.
different. Something
Yeah.
different.
Because it had that, you know, I was talking about Asian horror earlier. It had that influence.
It did.
It
And
really
had,
did.
the Kevin Bacon's daughter is the star, Sosie Bacon.
It says, me and Nate said,
Yeah.
me and Robert saw the strikers at
Yeah,
Paramount
we
Studios
did.
last year.
Yeah, the red beginning of the writer's strike. We've
Bunch of green-haired people. They had green hair?
some did pink. Yeah. We saw a lot. Yeah, we saw a lot of that.
Oh, the Black Phone 2 in talks. Okay.
Why? I don't know why.
Why would they do that? They killed off the main killer.
Oh,
Is that gonna be the same director as the first one?
Huh?
Spoiler.
Is that gonna be same director as the first one?
Good question. I have no clue.
Probably
I didn't
not.
even know they
I
were
heard
talking
about
about making a sequel to that.
I heard about that.
Then, you know, some movies are just ones and dones, man. They should just leave it alone.
They want to make.
Why are they gonna make another Black
you
Phone
know,
movie?
you know, it's a low budget. You know,
But,
perfect.
it's fine. It's
the one.
fine.
I thought it was a one and done too. But are they going to go
Yeah.
back? They're probably going to go back. How he became.
Doesn't seem like there's anything that's not a one and done.
Okay. Nate says, did you guys give your most anticipated? Can you run through them again? Yes, Nate. We went over them already. The First Omen, prequel to the 1976 classic, The Omen. We talked about that for a bit. We talked about Saw 11, which is
Nosferatu.
coming out. You know, which I believe takes place after the events of the last Saw movie that we just came out this last year.
Right.
We also spoke about Alien Romulus, which is going to be on a streaming service, most likely Hulu,
Hulu.
since it's Disney owned.
Yeah.
So we're, you know, it's supposed to be a movie that takes place between the events of the first Alien and Aliens, James Cameron's Aliens. So it happens within that time gap. So that's another movie we discussed. Another movie we discussed is Maxine, which is the third of the X films. You know, X, Pearl, and now Maxine, which takes place in the mid 80s. And Salem's Lot also is coming out on Max. Nosferatu, a remake of the 1920s classic Nosferatu, The Toxic Avenger, we spoke about briefly. We spoke about Terrifier 3, which is coming out in October. Okay. What else? Did I miss anything, guys?
Imaginary.
We talked about Imaginary, but what were the ones that we talked about initially? The ones that I had posters for. Did I miss any?
No.
Well, you got the Nosferatu when you recovered that.
Yeah,
And,
Nosferatu.
Alien
First
one.
Omen.
Yeah, I
First
think
Omen.
that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
First Omen.
That the First Omen,
First Omen.
Terrifier 3. Yeah, you know, so those are the movies we went over, Nate. You know, and we're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I can't speak for anyone else, to be honest with you, but I really enjoyed seeing the movies of this past year, even the ones that I found myself not liking too much, like Exorcist Believer and what was the other one? The Christmas one?
The Wonderful Night.
It's a Wonderful Knife. Oh God, that was God.
Aren't you glad you forgot
I was
that title?
close.
Oh yeah, I like to forget the whole
Don't
movie.
remind me.
actually.
I was
Yeah.
right about to go see it too, but
Well, go see. No, don't, dude.
I was
Watch
about
something
to.
else.
Yeah.
No. Did you get to see When Evil Lurks? Remember when Nate brought it up in the last stream?
I have not seen that.
Dude, it's on Shudder. Go watch it.
Oh, I have Shudder.
That watch.
I have Shudder.
That's the one that's
Yeah,
based
that
in
was good.
Argentina. It's
Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll do like a 7-day trial or something.
Oh, yeah. On Shudder. It's on Shudder. Just check it out. And let me know what you think. It's amazing. Crystal Lake, the Crystal Lake series that's coming out. The Return to Derry, which is the It prequel. We spoke
Question:
about that.
Whatever happened to that Castle Rock series?
That's the name of it, Castle Rock.
Oh, that was on Hulu, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had all kinds of stuff coming off of Stephen King on that one.
I think they canceled that.
I think
Yeah,
so
what
too
was the
because I
reason for
haven't
that?
heard of it. I haven't heard from it.
I don't know. It's strange. What I heard was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I liked it.
They sometimes they just
Yeah,
cancel
yeah, they do.
it for no reason. You know
Yeah.
what series I like?
Nate's like, great. No one said Founders Day. That's good. I didn't bring it up, Nate, but thank you for the warning.
The Jonathan Majors series, Lovecraft Country. I love that show, and it only went one season.
It only went one season. They canceled it real
Huh.
quick. I was enjoying that show too. I
Yeah,
was
but
liking
yeah,
it.
it was great, wasn't it?
Yeah. I liked it. I had no problem
I
with
think you're
it.
getting it on Blu-ray. They have the first season for $18.
Look at that. Very good.
When did that come out?
A couple of years ago.
Yeah, like
it was
two
during
years
COVID.
ago?
It was during COVID.
During COVID, right?
Oh, wow.
Right,
Huh.
during COVID.
Probably like 2020 or something. Or
Yeah.
2021.
Well, guys, I think I think we're done here. We've gone over. We spoke in depth a little bit more about The Exorcist.
Oh, we
Loved
did.
it,
Yeah, we
which
did.
was great.
Yeah, I
and,
can still keep going on.
oh, I know
we
you
can
could.
have a whole
I know
show
you
on
could.
that.
I know you could, dude. You got a whole channel all about it, which is awesome.
Yeah, I haven't
You know,
get any of
in
the
fact-
sequels or anything.
In fact, as before we get off, Baron, please plug in your channel and tell everybody here about your channel a little bit.
Oh, Exorcist reviews. That's basically it. Just covers stuff on the Exorcist. It's very got a narrow scope on that. So, but I'm still just working through the first film and kind of touched on Believer and what I didn't like about it, which I can keep going on that one too.
Oh, we can all keep going on.
Oh yeah, especially with the I don't know if I could totally blame Green on all the decisions.
Probably not.
Because I could see production putting their nose in it, especially the the executive producer who claimed she saw it when she was 12. I was watching some video. She's interviewed by somebody other's YouTube, claims she saw it when she was 12, and I called her out on it. I was like, no, you didn't see this when you were 12.
Oh, wow.
It didn't come out till 2 years later.
Ooh.
I think when she was responding, she sounded like she was reading from a script.
So
You know those?
full of it.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
She either
Don't lie about
I wrote she's either mistaken or she made it up.
Wow.
That's what I said.
Wow.
That's great. That's great.
I'm
Oh,
telling
yeah, I saw it
you,
when I
this
was
is
12. No, you
this guy,
didn't.
ladies and gentlemen, this
It
guy
wasn't
to
even
go
out
to.
yet.
You're the expert.
He's got the
Dude.
inside scoop. This guy right here. So
I've
make sure
been
you,
after Gordon Green for a while on this one. I
Oh,
want
yeah.
to get him. I want to get him on my channel and start asking.
Oh yeah.
questions. I want
yo,
to get,
dude,
you
I
ready
will
for
get
the
on
hard
that channel and be
questions?
like, were
Are you ready?
what were you smoking?
It'll last 5 minutes. He'll leave, and that's it.
Oh God, that'll be bad.
I'll make it live.
Put him out there on the spot. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, David,
Yeah,
Hey, I'll pay to see
seriously.
that.
we got some
Yeah,
questions
that's
for
what
you,
I'm
and we
doing.
want them now.
Yeah.
Word, I totally agree, dude. Like it's.
But I still got to touch on. I'm hoping to get some stuff on the rip-off films from back in the 70s. I want to touch on that, and I still got to touch. Like I said, I still got to touch the sequels. So it's just a matter
I'm
of
gonna
working
ask
through
you.
them. I got so much backlogged in my back.
I'm gonna
back of
ask
my
you.
head.
I'm gonna ask you
Crazy.
a question that just entered my brain, and I want to ask you. I want to put this by you because I'm curious. Did you ever see that what's the name I need to look for? Parody. Repossessed with Lady.
Yeah, I got a copy of it. She also has one out called The Heckling.
What's the heckling?
She poses. She plays. It's like a short film. She plays. You could find it on YouTube. That's where I found it.
Oh,
She plays the mother, but she also plays the possessed girl, and she's possessed by like a comedian or something.
That's pretty. That sounds
It's
pretty
wait.
bizarre.
Are you talking about Linda Blair?
Yeah,
Holy
yeah, it's funny. You can find that on YouTube.
wow.
You just type in the heckling, you should find it.
heckling.
Wow. Oh, Frankie has that movie, Repossessed. I owned it on VHS. Yeah, I did once too.
Yeah. They need to re-release that.
It's
I
hilarious.
actually got it off of Linda Blair's website. You know, her foundation. She's got a bunch of stuff.
Oh, the found with all the dogs.
She's got. Oh yeah, she's got.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has like she's got her own store on there. You know, you can
Nice.
grab cups and T-shirts and a bunch of signed stuff, and that's where I got the Repossessed. She's got it signed. Yeah,
Is that the DVD or the VHS?
that's DVD.
DVD. Man,
Mhm.
at least Blu-ray at least.
Very nice. Well, I'm sure. Look, at one point everything's going to be digitized because there's that whole argument about the end of physical media. But that's another topic for another discussion.
Yeah, I don't. That's gonna suck. I mean, when you try to do that, and I've already had my bad experience with Amazon and doing their thing on like buying on the cloud.
Really.
It's like you don't really own it.
No,
Yeah.
It's like just a long lease. I had, purchased a film way back when. I tried to play it again, and it was a totally different film. It was like
Yo,
they had
that's
the same thumbnail and everything, but they
that's
put a
messed
different
up.
film attached to it. So I call up Amazon, hey, where's my movie? And they send me to some like answering service, and it took me like 2 months before I could get that straightened out. The guy did not understand what I was talking about. I kept on, okay,
Wow.
I'm clicking on this, and the movie's not there. So I'm going back in Amazon, you know, like their Prime and all this. The movie I used to have was no longer available. So once it's pulled, it's gone. You don't get to.
So
keep
then,
it.
why do you buy it? Why do they have
Yeah,
you buy
that's
it?
that's the other thing. Plus, this goes back to where they're censoring now. You know, where like if you want to watch a streaming
exactly.
version of like the big one was French Connection, where they're
Yeah.
cutting scenes out. So you're better off keeping your hard copy
Yeah.
than you are relying on all the digital stuff because you don't know what they're going to be changing, and they will.
Look what happened to Frankie. He says happened to him with 3 Apple movies.
Yeah, I can believe it. Totally believe it.
Physical media forever. That's right.
Yeah, keep that as long as you can get a hold of
Like, I'll tell you right now,
Blu-ray
when-
player.
When Godzilla -1 comes out, I am buying that shit. I am
Oh, yeah.
buying it. I am getting the disc. I am not even playing. That movie's a keeper.
You know what?
through
You
and
know.
through.
I look back. I hope there's a 4K release, but Shin Godzilla it only came out on Blu-ray. That's from Toho and all that.
I have a copy of that.
Yeah, but
I do too.
Yeah, excellent.
well, we'll see what happens with the 4K. I hope there is one. But you know, going back to the censorship thing, you know that comedy with Elizabeth Shue, Adventures,
Mm-hmm.
Babysitter.
Yeah.
They cut. I couldn't believe it. I looked back on the Disney Plus stream and I have it on Blu-ray. They
Yeah,
cut.
Disney's bad without. They'll
They
they'll
Yeah, they
clean
cut
everything
the
up.
F-bombs.
Yeah.
She says there's 2 times that they use it. One of the street gang guys don't fuck with the whatever.
Mhm.
Then the others don't fuck with the babysitter. They say don't fudge on the stream. And you're right about the French Connection too.
Dang.
So I got
Wait a
that,
minute.
I got that on Blu-ray.
Dude, is this true? What Frankie's saying? That she has Rick James t-shirts?
Rick James T-shirts. What?
Does Linda Blair have Rick James t-shirts on her website?
I don't know. I have to look.
That'd be cool.
They did it. She's a very kinky girl.
The Rick James fan, huh? That's good.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's another topic too. Physical media.
Yeah. I mean, I remember Alex and Nate talked about it on their channel a little while ago.
Especially when a streaming platform goes out of business, like Ultraviolet, they went out of business.
Yeah, that kind of pissed me off too.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, in any case. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it off here because I gotta go to work tomorrow. I found out. I thought I had one more day. I'm actually gotta go to work tomorrow already.
You can feel sick, right?
I don't want to. No, I don't want to. I don't want to use any of my days.
Oh, okay.
I want to save them till when I'm really sick. You see, when I was younger, I used to be able to just take a day because I would barely get sick, and you know what? I feel like just taking a day, and I took a day. I've learned these last couple, especially this past year, because I had quite a few ailments going on with me. I can't do that anymore. So those sick days need to be sick days. So
I remember those days when I used to be working.
yeah. So I need to chill. All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you so much, Baron, for joining us.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for having me on.
Anytime, bro. Anytime you want to come on, just come on. And yes, the Schwartz will be with you, Frankie. Yes.
Sure.
Good night, Lenore. I will see you, Robert. I will send you guys links to my Exorcist stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for our stream. If you liked what you saw here and you are new here, please consider subscribing. If you have seen the live stream or the replay of this live stream, please tap on that bell for future notifications for future Horror and Coffee content.
Hey,
And
quick question.
hit that like button.
Before we end it, do you
Talk
have any
to me.
merch?
I don't at this time.
Because I saw that horror and coffee cup.
Yeah,
want
I have
that
a horror
cup.
and coffee cup that
I want that.
You want that?
I want to put that on my shelf.
Okay, I'm gonna
I
send
want to
because
put
I
that.
sent.
I'm gonna show it off.
Robert, you have
on
one, right?
Instagram.
Yeah, I do.
I got to get me one of those.
You see, I don't know. I gotta
Send me a link
learn
to that.
I gotta learn how to create. I don't know how to do it. I gotta make a store. I haven't really made time to do that. Thank you, Carmen, for being here. I appreciate your support. Thank you, Carmen. Have a good night. It's time for your own horror and coffee brand. I agree. I should make
and t-shirts too. T-shirts.
I have
Yeah.
I have t-shirt. I have a t-shirt. I have somebody who makes the t-shirts for me.
You got to sell it.
Yeah, but I gotta know how do I pay her and then
Well, I'll be
how does
patient.
I don't know how to do that. I'm not a business. It's hard. I gotta learn.
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
If you guys know, listen. If anybody out there knows how I can start selling my cups and my t-shirts, please, by all means, put links below. And I know you meant coffee, Frankie. I know. I know it's possible to do it. I know that's a fact. I just gotta understand. I just gotta research how to do it. You know, because
I'll check in with my friend in Ocean Chick Films, Karen.
really,
That's where I got her cup, but she's changing. She's it's kind of like a learning curve for her.
yeah.
So
You see, it
if
will
she
be for me
figures out,
too.
If she
Yeah.
figures out the better of it, I'll
Yeah.
let you know.
I appreciate it. I would because to sell this stuff would be fun. Horror and coffee. This has
Gotta
been
come with
10
coffee too.
and you're gonna
bag.
and you know what, Baron Von? Just send me your mailing address and I'm gonna send you
Oh, awesome.
a
Okay.
cup on me because it might take a
Hey.
couple of weeks, but I'm gonna send you one on me.
No, that's
because,
awesome.
I remember I sent one to Robert,
Yeah, you did.
and Robert
And we
still
will
has.
show
Robert,
off.
you still have it,
That'd be
right?
awesome.
I still have it. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's in the kitchen. So
Somewhere.
yeah,
Somewhere.
No, I got it. I got it.
All right. Well, guys, please consider subscribing and tap on the bell for future notifications.
Yep.
Give me a like. Likes are likable. I like them a lot. And until next time, thank you, two gentlemen. Until next time, thank you, everybody. Have a good
you.
night.
Have a good night.
All right.
All right.